YouTube, what the crap is going on? Heir of Carthage here. What'd you think of the news? That's some pretty exciting news, wasn't it? Yeah, so I'm pretty excited to be in front of you here today. I think roughly 12 years ago, something like that, maybe a little more than that, my channel on YouTube got started. I was inspired by the videos made by Prince of Macedon. I really loved his Rome Total War videos. And so I started a YouTube channel, and that's where I kind of made up my moniker, Heir of Carthage, because I really liked playing as the Carthage faction. And, of course, the Romans back then, too. But, I kind of took on Carthage, have something fun and unique, and I enjoyed it. I liked all the history about Hannibal. And I got started in YouTube, and it was on Rome Total War. And it's kind of funny, like, some of you, if you've been watching my videos recently, may have heard me saying stuff like, I don't understand why CA hasn't remastered some of these old games. It would be a shut up and take my money. Well, little did I know, they were busy doing just that. So, shut up and take my money. Anyway, no, I get to give you a first look at this. So I'm super excited about a few things. One of the reasons why I wouldn't play these old games much, if at all, anymore, is because these games, the controls are extraordinarily outdated. The textures and everything are extraordinarily outdated. Now, I can get over all that, but the controls, the UI, all that stuff, it is bad. Like, it's really old, really bad, and it makes it very difficult to play the game, especially when you've got all these quality of life improvements with a new Total War game. So, this game is going to address almost all of that. Plus, it gives you some really cool options. They remastered some of the unit balancing and stuff like that. Heir, I want the old unit balancing. I want my head hurlers melting everybody and my chariots running right through everybody. That is still possible. They left basically radio switch toggles, just like I've said, again, in other videos, they should be adding to the campaign settings like that. And they have that in this, with the little radio button, so you can get the complete original experience with just remastered textures and new unit interface and, controls and stuff. You can have that. You can have that in your game. So, super excited. Anyway, hey, I'm sitting here jabbering. We should get started. I want to play some Carthage campaign for you because Carthage, right? So we're going to do a new Imperial campaign, and we will be playing as glorious Carthage. Now, I'm going to load straight into the campaign. I'm not going to be showing any intro videos or anything at this point. We'll take a look at that stuff later on. Carthage was listed as a hard faction difficulty because they're kind of spread out on the map, I think, and of course you're going to end up at war with the Romans pretty early on. I don't really remember much about how these settings work. I'm going to put the campaign difficulty on hard. I'll just leave battle difficulty on medium because I'm guessing that's where it's like actually balanced. And again, I'll turn it up if I need to. I have been playing some campaign on this just to get myself refamiliarized with it. But it is still very different. So the objective of an Imperial campaign as Carthage is to become the supreme ruler of Rome and control at least 50 provinces. At this moment, I'm allowed to show you up to 25 turns. So if we get there, I will have to call it. And of course, at some point, they'll allow me to show more. Now, this is the remastered versus classic radio button thing I was telling you about. And it tells you a little bit about each one. It's great. It's got little tool tips, all this kind of stuff. So like campaign, for instance, if I turn off like some of these things, like you don't get some of these nice additions. So like if I turn it on, ambushes have a larger area of effect. Effective squalor and order is capped. Barbarian taverns provide, see what I mean? Like they tell you what it is. I'm gonna leave the remastered thing on because I want to see what they've done to it, right? I don't really want to play the exact same old game. I want to see what they've done to this one and see how we like it. So I'm gonna leave all the remastered features on, and we're gonna get started here. It talks about the advice. I'm going to turn the advice off, actually, because I've already been playing, and I don't want that popping up while we're doing this. So here we are loading in. It's going to start us in the summer of 270 BC. I love these original screens, too, and they look so good now with the new textures, all the fun quotes and stuff you get on here, little tips. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. So here we are. This is Carthage at its starting point in the Imperial campaign, just like I remember it so many years ago. Oh man, it feels good to be home. So many different things though you can tell. Like don't get me wrong, this is great. I love being back here. The map textures are so much better. Everything is much improved. But I noticed that like there's so many fewer settlements on the map. There's so many fewer factions on the map and stuff like that because the game is so dated, and it just really gives you an idea of just how far Total War has come. Now, these old games were great, and this was one of them that was fantastic. I love this game. I'm gonna actually turn the music up just a bit. I think I may have gotten it too quiet. There we go. That'll be better. So yeah, in any case, these old games, like, they were great, but and we always usually look at them in like these rose-colored glasses, thinking that they were perfect. They were not, but they were very fun, and for its time, this game was extraordinarily innovative. Anyway, let's dive in and start taking a look at how to build up Carthage. Okay, well, we're going to get things started, and again, I'm not going to be perfect at this, because I wasn't perfect at it back in the day, and then I'm a long ways removed from that. Our faction heir is here. Let's just take a look at a few things, and like from the remastered standpoint, they added some stuff here, and I really like this. It's like a quick settlement browser. You can come in here, you can quickly see whether or not you have units training, whether your population is growing, whether your settlement's happy, whether you're making money. It's really nice. You can see them all. You can sort it different ways. This is a really fantastic screen. You get the same thing for all of your armies. You can look at agents, and you've also got fleets. So this is a really sweet ad right here that they've put together, and I've been enjoying it. It's made it a lot easier to take care of everything, because there is a lot more management of things in the campaign map on some of these older games. This one is definitely no stranger to that. We're going to go take a look at a few things here. Go take a look at our faction. Right now, our only enemies are rebels, so we are not in any wars. Hanno is our faction leader at age 65, so he's getting up there. You can look at faction rankings and stuff here, finance and family, so we can see all kinds of stuff here. Settlements, military forces, agents. Yeah, I mean, so here's our family tree. People clamored and clamored to have family trees back in new Total War games. It's all here, right? So all the stuff is here. I was honestly never like super into that stuff anyway, but it is there in case anybody's interested. We do start out with some agents here. Got a spy. I'm gonna go do a little spying on the Scipii up here, the blue Romans, because I know that they're gonna be at war with us soon enough. And we'll take a look here at Messana, and they do have Quintus Scipio here, which we're going to do a little spying, see if we can learn. Alright, so I've got another Hanno here, or sorry, no, this is my faction leader, Hanno. He's out here on Sicily, I forgot. I was thinking Hasdrubal is my faction heir, and he is the one garrisoning Carthage. Our army out here starts with some elephants, a couple of Iberian infantry, which is just cheap light infantry. We do get some Balearic slingers, Numidian mercenaries, so some fun units, There's very little we can recruit from nearby other than mercenaries, and you can do that by clicking on your army and checking out what mercenaries are available. There are some mercenary hoplites, which is a pretty sweet unit, and I'll probably pick those up as soon as I get an opportunity. We do start with a fleet here too, and historically speaking, Carthage was more than a match for Rome in terms of a navy until the Romans figured out how to use a corvus because they just couldn't sail. And so the Romans turned a naval fight into a land battle, and then suddenly they were better at navy. So a nice innovation for them, I might add, as much as it's annoying to me since I love Carthage and I don't like to see them get wrecked. I'm going to move my diplomat out here, start looking for Spain. Try and get some trade agreements going. In fact, it'll tell you whether or not you can send your emissaries on certain missions. Diplomats are the only way that you can interact with other factions, so they're very important. They're also quite powerful because they can bribe other factions. I do believe Numidia is going to be somewhere out here, so I'm going to start walking this way. And we'll go start looking for Numidia, because I'm going to want to get some trade agreements and stuff with them. You can do merchants now too, which is a new type of agent that can go out and help you make money, do trade. I don't fully understand them yet. I haven't really deeply invested a lot of time in them. So I do apologize, and I'm probably not going to cover them in any amount of detail today, okay? I'm going to use this settlement browser. I'm going to click down here, which is this construction queue, and I'm going to go through all my settlements and start building things. You start off, obviously we're in pretty good shape. Now, money-wise, if you want to be making money, ports are a pretty darn good way to make money in this game. Trade agreements, ports, roads. all that kind of stuff. So the roads are very quick and easy for me to build, so I'm going to start with that. I'm going to do the same thing here. It increases character movement range and traveling speed, puts bridges up, stuff like that. Anyway, so we're gonna go through and we'll just drop some roads. This is an easy upgrade, and we'll go from there. So there we go. We put roads in all of our settlements on turn 1. Doesn't cost a whole particular lot to put those in. See what we're capable of recruiting in Carthage. We have a militia barracks, so we can train Iberian infantry here. And we'll probably need some more Iberian infantry for our army. It's going to be fighting in Sicily, so I am going to go ahead and start some recruitment here. We'll start pulling in some Iberians, and maybe one more unit of round shield cavalry. I can't really recruit anything good anywhere else, so I'm not going to spend the rest of my money at the moment. I'm going to kind of keep my fleets nearby in order to kind of be doing some scouting for me and other stuff. So let's end our first turn. We do have our spying mission was a success, so that's good. Our path got blocked when we were walking over there, so it notifies us. When you have these notifications, it puts it over the turn end. There's no news or reports on this turn because it was the very first one. Let's end our turn. Scipii are going to be trying to spy on me. Sounds like the Romans. Treacherous as always. Untrustworthy. Italian pigs. Sorry, I gotta make fun of Rome. I mean, I'm playing as Carthage. That's just how it rolls. If you're a big Rome fan here, I'm sure there'll be other people covering them. And you know, I like playing Rome in this game. But, you know, Carthage all the way. Sorry, I mean, it is what it is. Carthage all the way, folks. I am going to go ahead and come over here, and I'm going to get into the recruitment. I'm going to pick up these mercenary hoplites. Really great infantry unit that fights in a phalanx. Very, very useful. I don't think I need the other mercenaries at the moment. Well, hey, let's grab them anyway, just for fun. Let's throw them in, and from a finance standpoint, you can get in here and kind of see how you're doing. In fact, I think we can click on this, and it pulls it up, and you can kind of get an idea of like our army upkeep. This is our current upkeep on 38 units, so that's a pretty significant chunk of our income. But we're making decent income. Speaking of, we finished building all the roads. Another good reason not to spend all my money on recruiting. Because we need to start doing some more buildings. I'm going to get in here. Sorry, back to the building browser. We're going to start at Carthage. I'm going to go through and kind of make the next upgrade. Let's see what the next road upgrade does. Well, it gives us a big increase to trade income, and it helps us move farther and faster. So we could just build the next step up of roads, which honestly probably makes sense. I'm going to build that in Carthage. I'm going to come over here. I'm not going to have enough money to build it in every settlement, so let's look at some other ones. The Shrine to Milkward here is pretty cheap. Adds some happiness and some trade income bonus. I'm going to want these in most of my settlements. Though the Shrine to Baal is where we can recruit some elite tier infantry later in the game, so I will have those occasionally. But for now, since we're low on cash, I'm going to start building the Shrine to Milkward in pretty much all these places. So there we go. Take up a bunch of money, but we'll make it back. We as Carthage, we make money. Alright, the Romans are here. I don't think there's any place I can lay an ambush. Or actually, I think we are laid in an ambush right now. Yeah, I think we are maybe potentially going to ambush here. Let's let the Scipii approach us and see what happens there. Then another turn. We can spot the Numidian. Yep, there's the Numidian settlement. I think I have to cross the river to find the Spanish settlement there. Okay, Spain came to me. They want trade rights and map information. I'm going to make a counteroffer. So I offer trade rights. I'll give them map information too. They think it's generous. No, I won't. You know what? I'll withhold map information. Never mind. I'll give it to them. We'll keep it. So trade rights and map information. That'll be good. Let's make the trade. Spain will probably just betray us later, but for now, we'll take it. Hey, we made decent money on that turn ends. All right, our leader died. That is less than spectacular. So that is not what we wanted, especially with the Roman army approaching us. So kind of like with Real Life, oh, the Romans decided to go to Syracuse instead. We could totally backstab them. But before I do, I'm going to bring my new faction leader, who was previously the faction heir. I'm going to put him on the boat here. I'm going to go ahead and bring him across and disembark here near Lilybium. And we will go join with this army. I can't quite reach them, so I'll move... Well, actually, I'll leave that army there. We'll join with them. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing my fleet back to be able to ferry some units back and forth. There's a small Scipii fleet here. We're not at war with them at the moment. Let's go take a look at our building browser. Carthage is still building because the roads we started there are going to take multiple turns. Let's see where we can work on some ports, because ports are pretty decent money here too. We can build a Carthaginian port, Lilybium, let's do that. Same at Thapsus. And that's going to eat up pretty much all the money we have for now, but you can see we have our little road systems there on all the islands. It's kind of cool how it shows up on the campaign map whenever you make those improvements as well. Faction leader died. Rest in pieces, Hanno. Rest in pieces. You were beautiful for all of, like, 2 turns. Diplomatic information. Alright, so the Greek cities are at war with Rome. Got some recruitment, some construction. Good stuff. Let's see how that impacted our income. It should start going up. Our upkeep has increased too, but we should start making more money, especially if we can get some more trade agreements, like with Numidia. So let's not let's not forget to use my agency. I'm going to offer trade rights, and we're going to request map information, and I'm not going to give them any this time because they think this is generous. Sweet. All right, so I got trade rights with Numidia. Now that we have that, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this. I'm gonna shoot this diplomat all the way over here to Egypt. See if we can go convince Egypt to trade with us. And let's see. I've got this diplomat. Spain has already started to treat with me. I think that the Gauls have a settlement somewhere over here. I'm gonna start marching that way, and then I want to see if we can. Like, it wasn't typical, but I almost wonder if we should try to befriend the Greek cities, trade with them, and fight against Rome. But I would need a diplomat up here in order to do that. Let's see if I can recruit one. I can. I'm going to recruit a diplomat at Lilybium. Let's end another turn here. Alright, so the Scipii gave up on the siege. And let's see. We're making good cash because we had almost nothing. We're making pretty good money here. The report. Uh-oh. Poor lady. Agent found. Okay. Speaking of agents, let's get our diplomat out here and let's go treat with this Greek city army here. Let's offer trade rights. Let's request map information. I think it's a balanced deal. Let's see if they'll take it. No, I'm not going to give you money. Let me make a counter offer here. Trade rights, and I will give you map information, and you can give me map information. Okay, they took it. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Got trade rights with the Greeks. All right, look at this. The Julii already have a pretty sizable army on these ships up here, and they could very well mean to come assault me with it. They may drop that army off up there, and that would be a pretty big problem if they do. Leave it to the Romans. I'm sure they will. Which makes me hesitant to go declare war on the Scipii until hopefully I can intercept that fleet with my own. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and recruit... I'm going to go ahead and recruit another Byreme here and see if we can make a slightly larger fleet. Got a little bit of money left, so let's make sure we're building where we can, what we can. Caralis, we're clearly going to need some walls. Training town militia wouldn't be a very big improvement, but we'll get there. Let's do walls here as well at Palma. Let's do the same at Cordoba. And that's probably all the building I can do for this turn, and we've still got a port going there. Let's go find the Gauls and see if we can get some trade rights. I want to get trade rights with as many factions as we can. Scipii still fighting the Greeks. The Julii take the turn. There. Oh, yep. Piece of crap. They just dumped their big ol' army up there. That is less than ideal. Are they at war with me? Didn't see a declaration. Alliance announced between Scythia and Thrace. They have not declared war, but they are parked on my island.
Ready to sail! Mighty General!
Alright, I gotta think of the right way to handle this.
Ready to sail! Yes, mighty lord.
Really biome at a bit of a risk, but they have walls.
Sire!
Let's take our faction leader and his army and get on the ships. I guess that guy got booted out of the settlement.
Great lord.
Sail
Yes,
back
mighty
over
lord.
here to meet the Julii head on. Yeah, that's how we'll play it for now. With the money we have left, let's make some economic advancements here. So Carthage is done with its building slot. Let's see what we can get next. If I improve a barracks, I can get Libyan spearmen, but it takes a bunch of money. Cavalry stables would allow us to get better cav. I don't think we need an improvement of any of our military pieces of operation at the moment. If we improve our shipwright, we can build triremes, which actually would be pretty important. Just the wall here. Let's get a better wall at Lily Biome. I feel like we're going to need it. And let's do the same here. Thapsus. Let's build a trader. Well, actually, Caralis is likely to be attacked soon. Let's build the trader at Palma and be more realistic. Alright. We do have makeshift walls, which means that they would have to stop and build rams. Alright, so let's end turn. Got an idle resource here. Is our spy.
My eyes are yours.
Let's see what's going on at Messana. Factions agents. Okay, so they've got their faction leader, Cornelius Scipio there. Some Hastati. Okay.
Aye, great lord.
Alright. Keep going here. Need to find a way to make sure how many turns I've played, that way I don't break the embargo here. There's definitely about to be war with the Romans, and it isn't a Carthage campaign until you're at war. Okay, the Romans went and attacked. Okay, yeah, here it is. We knew this was coming. There it is. There's the treachery. Now, their fleet ran away and left them stranded, so that's actually good news for me. And then the Scipii went and attacked the Greeks instead of pressuring me at Lily Biomes. This is not a very well coordinated
Aye,
attack
great lord.
on the part of the Romans, which is fine with me. I cannot reach Caralis on this turn-in, though, so it's possible that the Romans may get their siege equipment ready and attack before I arrive, but we
Aye,
should
great
be able
lord.
to assault and defeat them. The elephants are a huge benefit, and then Hasdrubal has a huge and powerful bodyguard because he's quite the commander, apparently. He rolls around in style, kind of like Volkmar. Alright, so we do have Caralis besieged. There's nothing I can do to fix that at the moment. Our spying mission was a success. Thrace and Macedon are at war, and Julii and Carthage. Oh, the other Roman factions did not actually declare war on me yet. Intriguing. Okay, alright. I'm down. Down with that. Romans are not quite united. Let's go to Thapsus here. Get our building browser. Improve the walls. Palma, we're still building the trader. At Cordoba, let's build the mines. It's pretty expensive, but it's also really good income. We can't do anything at Caralis because it's under siege. Have a feeling we're going to be needing more troops soon, so I'm going to go ahead and begin the recruitment process because it takes a while. You can't recruit more than one unit per turn, so more Iberian infantry, and let's grab another round shield cavalry. These will be pretty good units until we start getting some pretty serious pressure from far more elite units from other factions. Scipii really seem like that they're at war with me, even though it hasn't said they were yet, so that may have happened, because I see a red banner over there. settlement there too, so they probably joined in. We may lose one of our settlements and have to retake it here, but that's honestly kind of typical this early on.
Ships ready.
Got some pirates out here who really want a piece of me.
Aye, my lord.
Let's get off the ships and let's knock out the Julii. The Julii love invading Caralis.
Mighty general. Attack!
Attack! Here we go, folks. Get our first battle here against Vibius Julius. It's one of their generals. And let's see, they've got, looks like 5 units of Hastati, some Vela, or 6 units of Hastati. Ooh, they've got some Triari. 7 units of Hastati and Triari, so they got a pretty tanky army here. Their infantry is, you know, better than ours. Except for our Hoplites, they ought to do pretty well. But our elephants are going to be the great equalizer here, folks. So let's have a fun one and fight a battle. Okay, I'm getting set up for the battle here. I've got my hoplites in the middle of my Iberian infantry. I'm going to protect one of my flanks with these mercenary peltasts. And then I've got my Balearic slingers that I'll just kind of keep behind my infantry for missile fire support. We have Numidian cav. I've got my elephants here as well. If we can keep the elephants clear of any Pila from the Roman infantry, then we should be good. I'm going to group my infantry up like this. I'm going to actually take my Balearic slingers out of skirmish mode. So let you all get a look at some of the new units. Textures and stuff up close. May not be a matchup for, you know, the newest games and stuff, but let's take a look. So yeah, look at the textures on the peltast. Definitely way improved from what it used to be. Let's check out my Iberian. And supposedly they've done a whole bunch of work on, yeah, different skin tones, colors, facial hair, all this stuff, so that your units don't just look like 160 clones. Even though their textures and stuff obviously are going to be fairly similar. Iberian infantry definitely looking good. I really like it. Let's take a look at the Hoplites here, that nice green color scheme. These are going to look more like pikemen, but that's just the way it was in Rome. That's just the way this game rolled. Here's our Balearic slingers. Go take a look at the elephants. Yeah, these units look awesome. And then here's our general's bodyguard. This is a heavily armored, very strong cavalry unit here. So looking forward to that. And then let's go over here and take a look at the Numidians and our round shield cavalry. There's our Numidian cavalry, light javelin armed skirmish cavalry, and then our round shields are going to be a light melee cavalry armed with a falcata and shield. So should be a good time. All right, let's get in here and let's fight a battle. All right, listen, Roman scum. You're going down, and no one will save you. They're going to come attack me. Look how brave that is. So let them come. Let them come. Actually, it looks like they're going to stop short. So let's push our troops. Oh, I love that they've added the new controls. It's so much easier. Like, if you all have played the original Rome Total War, you'll know how much of a struggle it can be to move your units in coordination. So this is so much better than what it used to be. Right, well, I said they were going to come attack me. Now they're backing up, which is fine, because they're kind of losing a hill advantage while they do it. Go forward, please. You also don't have to do near as much double clicking. Like a single right click will give your units a run order, which that is also a huge quality of life improvement. So that you're not like having to double click everything all the time, constantly. I think the Romans are going to fight her. Balearic slingers are going to be in range of their velites. I want to say they had an archer unit though too. A Roman archer unit somewhere in the mix. Don't remember for sure. Yep, my Balearic slingers are opening fire. Alright, so it looks like the battle's going to be... I'm going to fall back a little bit here. I don't want them to get a hold of my cavalry in melee. Not yet. Romans are kind of still doing some repositioning, so I'm going to let my slingers do their work. I have a range advantage right now, so I'm gonna push it with these Balearic slingers, let them get some freebies. Romans are turning their back to me and repositioning, and so I'm going to make them pay. See the Balearic slingers leaving a trail of bodies Looks like the Romans are going to fall back a little more, but they're going to be in range. Their velites will be at least, so they want to sit there and take it. I'm going to fast forward for a minute and see if they're smart enough to sit here and take this, or whether they'll change up. Right now the AI is just taking it. Okay, looks like they're running an attack. So this Hastati has peeled off on its own. Let's do some work here. So as the Hastati approaches, I'm going to charge them with Iberian infantry. And then rear charge with my bodyguard. Now, rear charges, for anybody, again, not very familiar with this game, rear charges are extremely effective at breaking morale, and I mean extremely. So our unit is running here, and we're going to get a nice rear charge. So here comes the huge bodyguard of Hanno, and he's going to immediately break this Hastati unit that got singled out. So I'm going to massacre that unit, pull my infantry unit back. The Roman are coming up like that they're going to throw some Pila, but they are taking a pretty significant missile storm from my own men, so I'm fine with that if that's the way these Romans want to play, because I'm getting a bunch of really great micro engagements, meaning like micro battles here. Alright, I'm going to run my hoplites forward and then drop the phalanx on the Hastati so they can't just bleed me with a Pila storm. The Romans are just all out going for it at this point. They're probably going to break through me right there. Or they charge me with the bodyguard, so I'm going to send another unit to fix the bodyguard, and let's bring the elephants this way, and let's get to work here. I can't believe my Iberian infantry just held the line there against that bodyguard. That was actually very fortuitous. Oh, that was not where I wanted to be in life. I gotta get those velites back there so my elephants can get to work. I want to get the Roman general too, so I'm gonna push back with my bodyguard and my round shield cavalry. Let's get it out on the flank here with the skirmishers. I need to avoid the bodyguard with my round shields and Numidians. The elephants broke up this fight very quickly for me, and now they can move on to these Hastati. It's a very good fight for me at the moment. The Romans did not get engagements that were good for them. Alright, now the round shield cavalry can rear charge the Roman bodyguard. Now, your general is definitely not like some kind of monstrous fighting machine in this game like they are in 3K. You have to be very careful with your general. They can certainly die, and sometimes they'll die immediately on a charge if you're really unlucky. This Triari is going to be a much tougher unit, but there we got it. So, sweet. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Let's take a look at the kills here. Let's sort it by casualties. And, well, I don't know if I actually can sort it, but look at this. Numidian mercenaries. No, sorry, my Balearic slingers picked up a ton of kills. Bodyguard did good. Our elephants probably did well. Yeah, 39 kills, no casualties. So we were able to defeat the Julii in a pretty spectacular way here. And you want to do that because replenishment in this game is just not anywhere near the same as the new games. And personally, this is something I actually wish they would have done in the remaster, is added modern supply line type replenishment to this game. But they did not. So the game still functions on a, you have to have the right settlement, you have to put your troops in that settlement, and then you have to retrain them. Some of you may like that. Personally, I'm not really a fan, but it is what it is. Man, that is a pirate fleet's not too scary, actually. So now we need to get back here because I'm almost certain the Julii have... This man has put his wealth in. He has sold himself like a swine. Oh, our diplomat got bought off. Alright, our son came of age, so Bomilcar is now able to command. And Caralis was besieged, is no longer besieged. Got a trait increase here, confident commander for Hasdrubal. Diplomatic information. Alright, yep, the rest of the Roman factions joined in. So Brutii, Scipii, and SPQ are all after us. Bring it on. This is familiar territory for Carthage. I'm going to go ahead and recruit a new diplomat here because I really need to be getting those trade agreements and stuff. Actually, I cannot recruit a diplomat yet at Cordoba. So, never mind. Thanks a lot. Let's stinking Gauls or whoever bought off my diplomat. You would. That's all I have to say about that. You would. Now, speaking of buying people off, sometimes you can buy off enemy armies, or settlements even.
Great one. I carry your word.
I am not able to offer a bribe to anybody here. Could we buy off this diplomat just for fun? How much it cost to bribe him? Name your price. Oh, he's too honorable. He won't do it. All right. Anyway, these people aren't doing it. Hey, hang on. What about this? Merchant. I can't get to him, I guess, right now. Or actually, we can. This wouldn't let me interact with them. Okay, never mind. All right. So we're still recruiting troops here. Let's look at our building browser. The biome. I mean, it's about to get attacked. Not sure I'm going to dump any money into buildings there. It's probably about to be under siege. We're going to have to fix now. Caralis, however, we want to take this opportunity, build up what we can. We're going to need to send some troops to Caralis to help garrison it. So those ones I'm training in Carthage will probably find their way there. I actually am going to start building... I'm going to start building this militia barracks here so I can start retraining some of my units on Sicily. It'll probably get sieged and we won't be able to do much about it, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, we're going to spend our money to make money. So that's how we're going to play it. Let's see here. Alright, well this at least tells me how many turns I am into the game so I don't break embargo. Looks like this is going to be our 7th turn end here. Alright, let's end our turn. This diplomat's still on the move towards Egypt. He found a rebel village here. That is a settlement we could go take if I can get some troops free. Otherwise I'm going to continue my march to Alexandria. And that should be all that we had to deal with. Let's continue to end our turn. Yep, here's the siege. Our army's going to come back from Sardinia. Or Corsica, I always forget which one's which. And we're going to have to fight some battles. And Cesare the Julii are already back. That will be non-stop. So I'm going to pick a commander out of Carthage, get him some troops, get him on a fleet. We're going to get attacked by rebels here. How convenient that the rebels are going to come do the work for the Romans. These are just light ships, but it's giving them a lot better chances than I would like. How did we get defeated? Like, we should have won that, shouldn't we? Got my whole dang fleet on here, and the stinking pirates get in my way. How convenient for Rome. I mean, that is just terribly convenient. I'm gonna bring my troops and put them in... This is really not what I need right now, because I need to go save the biome, and I don't know where the pirates are at the moment. I'm gonna move back over here to Carthage, bring my fleet around, retrain these ships. Oh boy, that pirate attack was very untimely. I get a trireme into my fleet. Yeah, here's the pirates here too. They took some damage along the way, so we might lose Lily Biome, and then we've got to deal with... Okay, let's see here. I don't have time to put together too much of an army. Mercenaries we got here. Libyan mercenaries, Numidian mercenaries, nothing great. There's probably some mercenary hoplites. Pretty sure they already dropped that fleet. Well, things are going to get interesting. War were declared between Armenia and the Seleucids. That kind of makes sense. Settlement besieged by just a general and a couple of hastati. So if we can get an army over there, we can put them down like the pigs they are. Honestly, the best way to get Rome to leave us alone is we need to go invade Italy. I know it'll be very early in the game, but we need to go invade Italy quickly and get the Romans on the back foot. Like, we don't want to have them just constantly invading our land. We want them to have to fight it out on their home soil. Carthage can do some building here. don't think I'm still very hurt for anything military speaking. But we could go ahead and start doing it because we're not... Academy could be handy too, because we're going to sit here for a while. One of my characters, Thapsus. It'd be good to have another place to train Iberian infantry, in fact. Cordoba, there's nothing... Oh, actually, I need to build this Governor's Villa. So let's go back to Thapsus and drop that. Go back to Cordoba and let's build the Governor's Villa, because then we can train a diplomat as well.
Sire!
Okay, let's end our turn. Salty Carthage. Fighting the Romans already. Look who's back. All ready for more.
We're surrounded!
I'm going to take my smaller army up to whatever that is, Corsica or Sardinia, Caralis, and I'm going to take my larger army over to Sicily. Problem is, my boats are a little bit thrashed right now. It's going to be risky for me to put to sea without repairing my ships first. But I think I will. I'm training a trireme as well, which will help considerably. Let's retrain my ships. Let's get this army. We can put them both on the boat at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and get these guys on the ships. Do the same thing here. Carthage is going to be mad because they don't have a governor right now.
Ships ready!
But kind of is what it is. I could bring this guy up to Carthage and let him govern there. Yeah, that'll work better. Okay. Let's see. Recruitment. Let's grab some extra town militia here. We got 2 cities under siege. Let's see if we can get a building going. Let's get another barracks again so we can maybe train more. Palma, the only thing we can build is a barracks. Cordoba, we're already building. Okay. And I'm going to spend all my money, keep the buildings going. I want to technologically improve as quickly as possible. Okay, I am going to move out here.
Set sail!
Put the boats right next to shore. I'm gonna take my faction leader and some of his infantry units. Alright. So that was one of his. This. And the elephants.
Orders!
Dadgummit, I keep screwing up.
Mighty General. My liege. Orders?
Okay. Want them to get off the boat.
Onward! Mighty
Okay.
General!
Yeah, that's the army that intended to get off the boat.
Prepare for
I can't attack
battle.
these guys yet.
Aye, great
I'm gonna
lord.
take my smaller army and I'm gonna start heading up
Yes, mighty
here.
lord.
Fleet is not in great shape. Carthage is still training the trireme, so we'll have to get the trireme to join us afterwards. Hopefully we don't get caught by pirates. It's a bit risky. But at least my faction leader's not on the boat anymore. Alright, so Lily Bayou might get attacked. We won't be able to defend it if we do, but we can quickly retake it. Nope. Scipii fled. Julii sending in reinforcements, so we need to get there quickly. And Spain is going to be treacherous. I knew it.
Surrounded!
What a bunch of jerks. Okay. So a war on 3 fronts. Bring it on. We are Carthage.
Orders!
We are Carthage, and we can handle it. Yeah, that'll give me Iberian infantry here as well. Money is actually quite good for now.
Aye, great lord!
I need to unload the boats immediately,
Set sail!
but I don't think we have quite enough movement points to get off the boats yet. We do not. Let's get this trireme up here to help support this fleet.
Combining fleet!
I'll need more ships soon, because we're going to need to dominate the Romans and the pirates. We're going to go counterattack the Romans.
Forward!
And I'm going to put them on the defensive. because they wanted to flee. So, like I said, we'll put them on the defensive here. Let's take a look at our... We've got quite a bit of cash now. Apsis is a little bit upset, so we should probably train some more town militia. And let's get back into this browser. So my 2 settlements that are sieged are the only ones who aren't building anything, so I mean, that kind of is what it is. We need to break the siege over here, though, and I really doubt that these Spanish troops can stop my rather powerful bodyguard. Because I don't think they actually have a general in their army. Yeah, they don't. All they have is javelin men and round shield cavalry, so they're going to die a gruesome death here. Okay, we're here on the battle map, and you can see the towns. I mean, oh man, the textures are so much better. All the little stuff they added in towns. The towns look so great. I mean, again, it's not a new game, but oh my goodness, this is looking so good. Looking so good. So those of you who are not familiar with it, in Rome Total War, when you attack someone who's sieging you, you have to literally walk out the gates and attack them, which obviously can be quite dangerous because they could just pin you in at the gates, right? Well, the AI is stupid, so they don't. The AI allows you to sally out and get fully situated before you attack them. So, very good for us, very bad for the Spaniards. I'm so used to them being the Iberians in Rome 2, which is probably a more accurate name for them at this time period, but Spain is the name of the faction in this game, so what we're going to call them. Alright, so I'm going to sally all my troops out. It takes a long time. It's like water pouring out. There's only so many of them that can fit through the gate at the same time, so if you're ever looking for a good laugh, this is a good way to get it while you're at it. Yeah, that's very much true to the original. Remastered it may be, some things did not change. Alright, our Iberians are going to have superior range. Our cavalry is superior in that I have my bodyguard, and my bodyguard is going to be very potent. Okay, let's get our Balearic Slingers to work. They've got a single Scutari infantry up here. Scoot up a little. The AI may fall back a little. We'll see. They really like to reposition when they're playing defensively. So I guess some things haven't changed with the AI in Total War in all these years, meaning that they're still not any good at fighting a defensive battle. Take that, AI. You suck. I'm not worried about the Scutari, but I'm going to start tearing them up just to see if I can get the Spain to attack me. Move some of their units into range of my Balearic Slingers. Balearic Slingers, very powerful. Very good range for a slinger unit. Much better range than a standard slinger unit, and better missile attack as well. Scutari have a pretty decent shield, though. See, they have a pretty nice shield. Very cool Falcata-armed light infantry. Loving the new skins. Okay, they're moving in some skirmishers. I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to chase them off with my round shields. Starting to pick apart the Scutari. It'll take a little while to kind of wear them out. Slingers. I can be patient. I'm going to go ahead and just go full in here and get the charge. They don't have anything to counter me at the moment, though. Their skirmishers are fleeing back annoyingly. But I'm going to catch them. So I'm going to take it. They haven't countered me with their own round shields yet. They do have this round shield now bearing down on me, so let's get out of here. That was actually not the greatest of charges, because we charged them uphill and got kind of a wonky charge. Normally our round shields would do very well there. So that was not what I expected or needed.
Balearic Slingers.
The Balearic Slingers, though, are absolutely ripping apart the enemy Scutari. I think I'm going to attack their round shield general. Or captain, if you will. Start expending some ammunition on him. Ooh, are they going to make a charge on me here? Please do. Yes, please do this. Yep, alright. They're making a really foolish charge here. I'm going to outflank them. I'm going to meet their little wedge charge. I'm going to move in to overwhelm them and break their morale with a rear charge. And they broke immediately, so there goes a unit of round shields. Alright, let's just fall back and be safe here. I don't want to eat a face full of javelins. Alright, the enemy round shield commander taking some Balearic Slinger fire right now. They are not going to like that. They're going to start dropping units quick. But my slingers are having to move up quite a bit to get in range. I think the Scutari have javelins. Oh yeah, we're damaging them pretty good here. It's down to 86 units from 108, 85. Again, we're just going to keep piecing the AI apart. When you get into these battles, in Rome 1, you definitely have to use your range. And the AI honestly will let you do it in a lot of situations when they're feeling defensive. They really don't want to attack me because they're on the defense. They want me to come charging up the hill with them. And just, I'm not playing that game. Alright, they've got a lot of javelins in range now. I'm not going to half-heartedly charge their javelins this time. I'm going to let them get a lot closer. Ooh, my Balearics taking some damage that I don't want them to take at the moment. But at least we got the AI's attention here. Let's chase their skirmishers off. Pursue there, no need to pursue. Let's start ripping apart the Scutari again. Alright, so just let the slingers go back to work here. You can tell Spain's getting a little bit antsy here because they're taking quite a bit of damage. My slingers still have a lot of ammunition. I'm going to fast forward and just let the damage be done. Let's see if the enemy decides to do anything about it. Straight up route their Scutari. Now, javelins in this game, not as damaging as you will believe from like Attila and Rome 2. They're a very different type of unit. I'm really surprised this unit's still sitting here taking this. Alright, we have used all of our ammunition, so I'm going to send them back inside. And now we're going to just have to go on the attack. So what I'm going to do is get my cavalry into one bunch. So we can go for quick routes. And I'm just going to kind of come plowing in here. I don't really think there's going to be that much that Spain can do about it. My general's cavalry is much better than their round shield cavalry. Now, flank the round shield cavalry. We got a nice charge here, so that... Yep, their general just routed. Their Scutari are now routing. Kill these skirmishers. We kill another skirmish unit here. I'm gonna avoid this round shield out here in a 1v1 because I don't want a 1v1. Let's go fend off some of their troops here. Scoot this way. Protect these skirmishers. To cut off in this direction. Oh, nope, charge that one. Alright, let's bring in reinforcements. So my general has charged and defeated their already damaged round shield cavalry unit, and then my charges here are breaking all their troops because the Spaniards have taken some pretty grievous losses. See their own general's unit of round shields. Trade some javelins with them. Alright, so we're killing a bunch of their routing troops. They're going to be too weak to defeat me at this point. Iberians going to charge into their round shield. Now my Iberians may die in the process of that. They're not going to be really well suited to fighting cavalry. Especially when that cavalry is getting a downhill charge. So I'm going to start moving up the hill here. Try and get some nice rear charges. My Iberians are losing troops at a decent clip, but here comes the finisher. Always go for rear charges in this game. Absolutely always go for the rear charges. They are very much effective.
The enemy general flees like a frightened child.
There he goes, too.
Now
Got the enemy
attack
general.
And break the will of his followers.
Excellent. Excellent.
God smile upon you today. The enemy general has been killed and his men lose heart.
Alright, so the enemy is now just fleeing. Again, this is a different thing. Like, they're just withdrawing from the battle. And you can either just fast forward it and let them go, or you can chase them out to the line on the map. We're going to chase them. There we go.
The enemy...
So, victory. Cordoba is safe. Fortunately for me, the early units for Spain are absolute trash. And so, our Iberians and round shields are actually a pretty effective 1-2 punch against just about anything that Spain can send at us. And since we've built the Councilor's Chambers, we can now build a militia barracks. And then I'm also going to build the stables. And at that point, Spain won't really be able to do much to stop me. That said, it could be handy to have a unit of, like, say, town militia here. So I'll bring one in, though I don't want to recruit too many. And I'm going to be out of time for this embargo here real quickly. We didn't have to worry about the 25 turns. In fact, how many turns did we get in here? Let's go into our faction screen. Summary. We're about 10 turns in. Had to do some talking, get you all caught up on how the game works. Let's take a look at our buildings. Alright, Caralis is still under siege, and there's nothing I can do about it at the moment. Let's end the turn. So we have successfully defended our territories. The Romans got in behind me somehow here.
We're surrounded.
So I'm going to have to turn around and go get them off my settlement. But we can do that. Spain's going to send their next bunch of troops to hit me, which is actually a little unfortunate because I didn't get a chance to replenish, but fortunately our cavalry is pretty much intact from that first battle, so we should be able to beat back Spain again. And once we've beaten them back again, they really don't have any chance. I could have recruited some mercenaries as well, so that was a mistake on my part to not have recruited mercenaries. This is not my Atomo campaign. Unfortunately, I can't use the Christian missionaries to just go get everybody. Alright, I would assume... No, the Romans are going to stand and fight on this. Anyway, that's going to be the... I don't have time to fight this one. I'll save it here. We'll pick this campaign up and we'll keep playing. Because I'm very much excited to do this. So we'll continue here. Captain Quintus and his 2 Hastati units are going to get absolutely throttled by what I have here. But that's okay. That's the way I like it. And we're going to continue to fight for Carthage and see if we can hold back the Romans and flip history on its head and help Carthage survive. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this. Rome Total War Remastered. Can't wait. Very excited for this one. I will show you more just as soon as I can show you more. And keep an eye out for Total War because they'll be putting out news and announcements, obviously, on the official channels there. I will see you soon.